What is going on, goats? What's going on? Drop a one in the chat if everybody can hear me. Drop a one in the chat if you can hear me, man. We're about to get started here in a quick second, guys. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Antoine Boatwright. I'm the creator of Digital Goats Academy. I go by on Instagram, the Digital Goat or the Digital Goat, guys. And this is just my weekly. This is just my weekly outlook for trading and foreign exchange, guys. So whether you trade stocks, whether you trade HFX, all this information could be beneficial to you. But again, this is not financial advice. This is just my own personal outlook on what I believe the market may be doing within this week, guys. So first and foremost, let's actually check out news, because obviously, if you're in America, you got a holiday coming up that everybody should be familiar with. That is Martin Luther King Day. So that means the United States banks are closed tomorrow. Let me stop sharing my screen. United States banks are closed tomorrow, guys. But that's not saying that the entire market is closed. That's just more so for US. So you won't have any volume or volatility being produced. And if you look at not HFX, myfxbook.com, which is pretty much one of my news outlets that I use, you'll see that Martin Luther King Day, Martin Luther King Day. So no news for the US dollar for today, but if you just go into tomorrow, I have this pulled up based off of the week time frame. You just go into my FX book or whatever news outlet you look at, you'll see that there's no news. And then tomorrow, Monday, wow, there's no dollar news until probably later that evening. Oh man, there's no dollar news all the way up until Tuesday. Not saying that there won't be news. So basically, after Monday evening, which it makes sense because it's not into the New York session, Monday evening, you'll be able to, you'll have more activity within the dollar, guys. So I just wanted to bring that to attention. We're pretty much 2 weeks after NFP. So, and the beginning of the year, a lot of craziness can be thrown into the market, but also a lot of opportunities will be there for us to, capitalize on, guys. So based off of what I'm seeing right now, we're pretty much in the clear. Besides like Euro makes sense. We're heading into the London session towards, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., pre-London, 3 a.m., guys. So if you're trading Euro, be cautious. If you're trading the Euro, understand that the British pound or the pound sterling, however you want to call it, it is going to be affected by that as well, guys. Let's actually look at this news for Euro. This bothered me, like the Euro group meeting, and there's not even no news. So I wonder if these guys are meeting right now and we can't even see the data. So let's just kind of look at the first piece of news, that Euro. I'm not looking at anything Euro related, but I am looking at British pound. So that kind of sums it up. All right, price history. Overall, if you just look at this market, now you can't use this data and say, okay, I'm going to implement this data into my bias, but it does give you an overall sentiment, right? So the Euro, based off of this news report, wholesale, blah, 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 the market has been completely bearish this year. Let's see, 5 years, completely bearish for the past 5 years, max, completely bearish within the max, guys. So I kind of use this not to get a sentiment, but more so data. That's all it is. So if we get negative news again, I'm not surprised, because the move overall, we can't, break it down to like 4 hour or 1 minutes like we do on TradingView, but you can still get an overall like, okay, I should be looking for some type of negative news, but let's check the secondary news that may follow behind that. Never just check one piece of news, guys. This is just, again, collecting data. Same thing here. Negative report. Bullish right here. So if price, had a bullish reaction of from here, that would make sense. Let's see the max. Okay, we've been pretty much bullish from 2016, but May 2022, guys, you see this move has started in a downtrend. So yes, our overall move has came from like a hawkish move or a bullish move, but currently this data is in a downtrend, guys. So I want you to be mindful of that when you guys are out there trading. Now let's just get into the market, guys. We're going to keep this very short on what I'm looking at. Specifically, when it involves cryptocurrency. So after I get done with my Forex pairs, I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts on personal with cryptocurrency. And then we're just gonna go from there. So if you just look at my chart right here, this is GBP British pound, right? So we have, if we're just looking at it from like a basic structural view, right? You know, higher high, higher low. The market created a higher high, has the possibility to go up higher. But if we're looking at this, if we're looking at this objectively, guys, we have to have like some type of support if we're looking at the euro or, you know, British pound, anything continuing to be bullish or buy up. Make no mistake, I understand there's new, like what happened last week, or maybe like a month ago, President Lagarde, before we went into the new year, that's the president for the European Central Bank. She was saying that, hey guys, we're pretty much going to keep being inflated, but that's not saying that they won't follow the laws that govern trading. Obviously, you know, you have to retest, and those retests could be lower. Now, if you just look at right here from where we pivoted, right? From where we pivoted based off of Monday, September 26, 2022. If you just bring this support structure all the way down, right? We haven't had a return to create support. And how do I know? Because we haven't had price down here in this form, in like this line form, twice or, you know, more than twice, guys. So that's giving me a red flag that, yo, we may possibly be actually coming down to create support and then start to buy up. I'm not, you know, I'm not like trying to form a pathway, but just be mindful, especially when we broke this trend right here. We broke this trend. What we should have is maybe a pullback back up here if, you know, the market decides to do that. But based off this higher high, if we don't get a pullback up into this position, to me, just looks like the start of a trend, you know, moving downward. It'll probably be low, you know, will make its way towards like, I don't know, like like midway of a second quarter, we'll be down here, and then we'll have, you know, better areas to buy out. Reason I personally say that is that, one, this was a channel, right? This was a channel that the market broke out of. If you just look at this. Now, the market broke out of this channel, has yet to really return within this channel. Yes, it bounced off of here, but it has yet to really return within this channel. Now, if it does return into this channel, if the market is still valid for like, you know, buy zones, then it will pop up here. If not, it'll blow through this channel all the way down. That would be no surprise, right? That would be no surprise if we already identified the market could potentially make its way all the way to the support structure, which would be around like 069, 900, 06, 500. You know what I'm saying, guys? Let me know if my internet is bad, guys, because I'm connected to my hotspot because my regular internet is down. So if I sound choppy, please let me know. But as more people jump on, it's going to start acting slow. So yeah, I'm expecting price to return either down here somewhere, either 50% of this move, which, you know, you can kind of break it in half if we're still bullish. But again, I personally need some support. So if price is going to validate that we're still currently bullish, we should have some support structure down here. If not, which will be a previous high, if not, price will come back here to make support. I most likely will make that price will back to make support, and then you'll have your true move on what people were anticipating. Oh my gosh, the dollar's in a recession. Until we get that move, I do not believe that we're in a recession for my Americans out there as far as like the US dollar. But hey, you know, you got these other experts out there that's saying that we're heading into a recession or we're now in a recession. Again, guys, don't be so fearful of what everybody's saying. Look what the data is showing. And this actually could be beneficial to you on the finance side, guys. So just because we're heading in a recession doesn't mean that, you know, all hell is about to unleash, right? So let's look at something else. And I'll probably go back to that with my team, guys. I am looking for, if I get a breakdown of this resist, well, let's go down on a smaller time frame. If I get a breakdown to my resistance, where my resistance is at, we get a breakdown and it breaks all the way. I expect the market to return back up here or wherever it created resistance at high zone, and then, pretty much move all the way back down here. My next zone for me would be where pretty much I know New York entered. So New York entered the market here, but the British pound is in control because obviously New York is closed right now. So the British pound or United Kingdom is fully in control of GBP USD, guys. So understand that. So if it started selling towards like 9 pre-London, London, all that stuff would make sense, right? You know what I'm saying? It would make total sense because they're in control. They're the only competitors right now. Against the dollar, that first currency is in complete control, guys, or that country is in complete control because the dollar is not really moving a lot of momentum or a lot of volume within the market right now. And we're not even in New York session. So I know no money's moving if there was a possibility for the dollar to be moving with money, right? So let's look at GBP JPY, right? Let's look at NZD JPY, right? Do I want to do that? No, I want to use the example of Japanese yen, but I'm going to talk about NZD JPY because they did similar things. So this is giving you a perfect example of like what I'm expecting when it comes into that channel. So same thing here, guys. Channel broke out. We have yet to have a retest back into this channel, right? We have areas that the market could return. So right here, the market was bullish and then it broke out of here. Have we had any type of return for the market to continue on a downtrend? Absolutely not. We need it at least here, with the possibility of it rising higher back to the support area. Well, look, guys, very simple, very simple. When you look at it, like this is where you got to, use basic analogies when it comes, or basic concept when it's a trade. Very simple. After you get the data, yeah, I understand that it may not have looked like this when you were, looking at the market. So it's like, what are you saying, Antoine? When I was looking at it, it wasn't showing this. I got that. But now that you got the data, it's a little bit easier. Based off of this, what is this, guys? And I don't need, my viewers to answer. I'm going to answer for you guys, but I want you guys to be thinking as I'm asking these questions. What is this right here in this orange box? I'm going to give you guys a quick second to think about it. What is this right here? I'm gonna write it out. Hold up, somebody answered. Let me see. Range, close, bro. Close. I'm gonna make it that is a range, but I'm looking for another word. Consolidation. What do we know about consolidation? Well, we know based off of consolidation, what's supposed to happen that once I break out of consolidation, there's supposed to be some type of retest, right? Back into the consolidation zone to validate that direction is true, right? So I do think that this direction is true. Have we had a retest? Now you had like a little baby retest right here, but I don't count that, right? I don't count that. I don't really count that. I want to see like a dip and then, a ride back into that zone, right? We haven't had that. The market just fell from there, no return. So guess what? Guess what makes sense to me? If this market was to have a retest to continue in its direction, the area that it would probably go to is where? 9 times out of 10, the immediate area that it broke out of, right? Which would be this blue line, us understanding that the market could actually, pop up, higher to this resistance and then fall down from there. That's why I have like this trend line, but I don't stay towards trend line, guys. I just have that just so I can tell that the market broke out and then there may a possibility be an area that the market could return to, right? So based off of what I'm seeing with GBP, JPY, we're at a level of support. 3 hours. We get better than that. 3 hour time frame. Support right here, guys. So unless we have some type of retest back here, based off of this move, we look like we're pretty much bullish, right? Based off of what we know about foreign exchange, and we have a double bottom over here, which really is a what is it called? Is it a piercing pattern? I don't think it's called a piercing pattern. I have to look that up, guys. But right here, I know we have a bearish Harami. We have a bearish Harami right here. So the market should want to push up based off of what we're seeing. So my thoughts for GBP JPY this week, bullish chop up. Again, heading towards London, you'll probably have a stronger momentum. But we're in the Japanese market right now. Well, we're in the Tokyo session right now, guys. So you will have momentum from the Japanese yen, and it just depends on what happens once we get into London. Based off of this pattern, I do believe that we are bullish as long as we maintain, our as long as we maintain, the up and down pattern as far as like break, retest, creating a higher high, higher low, and higher high, higher low, then the market should still continue moving upward. So something that I do. We broke out of this area, absolutely. So what should we have? We don't already have it like through like a wick. The market should return there. There. So we would have to wait for our next higher high, right? We have to wait for our next higher high because the market did return there unless it's a flip flop. But based off of this momentum, well, actually, let's look at the momentum. Yeah, based off of that momentum, we are bullish. Saying that it'll necessarily go as high as here, but a target that we aim for based off of, again, the law of market break. Yeah, so I'm going to keep an eye on GBPJPY for bullish momentum. And then let's talk about Bitcoin, and let's talk about crypto in general, guys. Those are pretty much some of the pairs that I'm looking at, guys. If you catch me trading, I'll do that every day. I mean, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. on YouTube. You guys can catch me on my YouTube. That's Digital Goats Academy. Every Wednesday, Digital Wednesdays, guys, catch me there on YouTube. So just join on my channel. Subscribe to my channel so you guys can stay up to date on the notifications, and then you guys will be able to see if this market plays out in the way that we intended, if it hadn't started making its moves by like Monday evening, Tuesday time frame, unless it just did a Hail Mary from tonight, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm looking at, guys. Let's look at cryptocurrency. Let me switch to my other one. So that's it for digital, guys, but let me switch to my other watch list so you guys can see what I'm looking at for Bitcoin specifically, just because like I use Bitcoin as an index, you know what I'm saying? As I use the dollar index for an index, I mean, that is an index. I use Bitcoin as a reference because I'm not really too big on trading Bitcoin anymore, just more so of using its information to be on the investing side, right? All right, guys. So one of my partners told me that it is choppy. So I'm gonna just go over this real quick. I hope this video isn't messed up and I'll post it on YouTube. But guys, again, if you find value in my content, please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know. I'm open to the feedback, so anybody that's like, this is terrible or has anything that they may think I could do better, please, put that information in the comment section and hit that notification bell so you guys stay up to date on the content. But cryptocurrency, right? we are in a bullish momentum, right? We are in a bullish pattern. We have a hawkish view right now, not to mention we created a floor. We created a floor around 16, like 16 to 14, well, 15 to like 14K, like 14,900, something like that. It was the lowest entry. 15, yeah, 15,400 basically. 15,400, we created a level of support for Bitcoin, right? For Bitcoin, right? So that's the case. Bitcoin is supposed to be the godfather of all cryptos. What you think that's going to do to all the crypto tokens? They're going to start taking flight, guys, just like Bitcoin is right now. Now, I'm not saying that look for a big move to the upside, guys, but we have zones that we can look for. My next zone for crypto, if it still stays on its bullish momentum track, is 28K. I think me and my partner were talking about that 28K, guys. So let's see if it reached 28K, but I invested all the way down to like 15K. Now it looks like a lot, but when I was, first investing from 15K to 21K, it didn't seem that big of a hurdle, but it's definitely big. And as you guys see live, it is gaining some momentum. So I am positive on Bitcoin. I mean, well, cryptocurrency in general, guys. So I get everybody's skeptic now because of what happened recently. Understand one thing, that FTX company does not control Bitcoin. Yes, they had big players that affected the market, but they do not control cryptocurrency, guys. So you need to get that up out of your heads that they control cryptocurrency, because they do not. There's other players that haven't jumped into the market that's going to make this market start moving upward, guys. So once these other players start adding in their income, start adding in their capital, guys, you're going to start seeing the boost in cryptocurrency. Now, will we see it like how we saw it the past couple of years? I don't think so. I think what's going to happen is that the market is going to just throw a monkey wrench at everybody, going up, going down in like a sideways or range in motion, throwing people off, especially with the volatility of cryptocurrency in general, giving people scare tactics until before you know it, it's back up at 70K already. And you're like, man, I spent the whole time looking at it, scared to get in, but watching it rise at the same time. So I am positively positive on cryptocurrency right now. Based off of what the chart is showing me, I don't think that we're going to get a move back to the downside. But if we do, it's going to be at a percentage of the market, which, again, there's some support structure here. Crypto moves in a digital fashion, guys. So where we look for those break and resets, like on regular or regular Forex pairs, hell, even US30 gives you better plays than that. As far as like the break and retest, cryptocurrency breaks and retest like 2-3 months later, you know what I'm saying? And you really won't see it coming, because the pullback will be so fast that, it'll just throw off any type of bias that you completely have for the market, guys. Hold on. Yeah, that's it. It's definitely moving as we speak. So, guys, I'm bullish on it. I'm not giving out financial advice, but at the same time, I would tell you guys, don't lose that faith in cryptocurrency, man. I'll give you an example before we close this out. Everybody trades the S&P or invests in the S&P 500 or the US 30 or Dow Jones. You either trade or you invest in it 401k, right? Well, let me give you guys a history lesson. Both of those stocks were created in like 1881, right? 1881. Understand that. What happened in 1929? The stock market crashed. Right. So the stock market crashed, devastating families who didn't have enough to maintain to like stay in with the market, pretty much causing families to be, devastated, guys, financially destitute is what it's called, right? So if we're looking at the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones today, today, in this world that we live in today, and we can trade it, what does that tell you about the potential of cryptocurrency? Because something bad happened to those stocks that made people, again, oh man, don't trust in it, don't put your money in it, but they've been around since 1881. 1881. I could be off by like 10 years. 1881. Do not be a skeptic on something that can actually provide generational wealth to you guys. That's all I got, guys. Thank you again. Please, if you forget, like, subscribe, comment, subscribe. Even if you don't comment or anything, subscribe, guys. I appreciate you guys all day. Again, I'm really trying to introduce such a powerful skill set to the community because I know it's been, looked at in a malicious way because of how I got introduced to people. But guys, please, if you're looking to trade, if you're open to learning, an additional skill set, you can join Digital Goats Academy free of charge through Discord or message me on YouTube. Message me at Digital Goat, the Digital Goat the Digital _ Goat on my IG or Digital _ Goats. That's what it's for both of them. On my other IG page, guys, or on my Facebook, just type in Digital Goats as well. So appreciate you guys. We're taking see you guys at the top because we're taking everybody to the top with us. I promise you guys, man. Thank you.